Oh my god, I just sat in the queue for like fucking 25 minutes. Is there that many people playing this shit? I mean, I know it's been like doing good. I saw all the numbers, like 500,000 live concurrent players. I'm sure today and tomorrow there's gonna be a lot of people playing this shit. But we're on the Battlefield 6 beta. It's going to be a regular commentary video. I'm not gonna be telling no story time this time around. I kind of just wanted to talk about the game and my first impressions because I've got like about 5 hours now on the beta. And I kind of just wanted to share like my thoughts and how I'm feeling on it. I mean, to me, it's honestly been very fun. Like, I've enjoyed my time on it. You know, I've had to deal with some bullshit. Like, I really am not a fan of like vehicles and FPS games, like human versus tank shit. I'm really not a fan of shit like that. I mean, I know it's the point of the game is for it to be like a war zone, but for me, it's more honorable to like just be your soldier. Like, if you can't get kills on your own, I feel like if you're using a vehicle, it's to like compensate for the fact that you can't get kills, which is a dumb take. I understand, but that's kind of just how I've always been. When I'm rolling through some shit and I just get ran over by a fucking car or blown up by a fucking tank, I'm just like, oh, nice. But I saw that it only takes like 3 C4 to blow up a tank, so I might just run C4 and just toss C4 on a tank. Like, look at that boring ass shit. Like, you're really just sitting up in that window. I understand it's Battlefield. I think I'm just a Call of Duty player, bro, and I'm just suffering from that. I think I struggle a lot coming from Call of Duty because obviously Battlefield is like bigger war zone, a little bit, I wouldn't say slower pace, but the maps are bigger, right? And you're not meant to get like 100 kills in a game. Fucking stupid ass camping little bitch. So to me, it's always been harder to like play the objectives and like play a slower paced game, like playing like how that guy was playing right there, like kind of just crouching around windows like a coward. I can't really play like that. I have to just run around and be a fucking savage all day, or else I feel like I have a little ass wiener. For me, it's always been like, this isn't fucking real life, and it's also not really a tactical shooter. You know, like if I want to play super tactical, I'll go play a tactical game, you know, like where respawns matter. Like laying under a fucking, like, what the fuck? Laying under a crane? Are you dead ass? To me, the way I've always tried to get better at FPS shooter games, like specifically like Battlefields and Call of Duty and shit like that, is like getting as many gunfights in as many uncomfortable situations as I possibly can, you know? Like, I'd much rather go 30 and 20, but running balls to the wall, trying to make big plays happen, than to go 30 and 5, but I just hard scoped like this and like watch one angle like that. Like that kill right there. Playing like that. Like, how does that even... Like, that guy didn't even stand a chance. You see how he didn't even get to fucking aim his gun? It's just like, god damn. I mean, I guess I'm just getting outplayed, right? But for me personally, that's just boring. And that's not a complaint about the game. That's more of like a complaint about myself. Like, I choose to play FPS games that way. You know, respawn FPS games. I choose to play them that way. And it's to my own detriment. But other than my own shortcomings, I mean, this shit has been a blast. Like, I'm definitely going to play this all weekend. I decided to stay home. You know, usually, I know I haven't really talked about it on here. I've only really talked about it on my Twitch live stream, but I've been only staying at my setup 4 days a week, and I've been gone like every weekend. But this weekend, I'm here all weekend, you know, and I'm gonna grind this game, record a bunch of video for you guys. I mean, I literally want to get it to where I could have Battlefield videos uploaded all the way through August, like while we wait for the game to launch. Like, look at that guy on that rooftop up there. Ugh. There's also like a lot of bugs that need to get ironed out, but I trust that the amount of good reception that Battlefield's finally got, and this game kind of feels like their comeback game, I trust that they'll put in the time and put in the effort to make sure that this game is right. Even how it is now in this really buggy state, people are still really enjoying this game, you know, like people are having a blast. I'm having a good time personally. And I think if they just lock in and iron out some of the kinks, you know, and like continuously update and continuously listen to the community and add new game modes and add new weapons and shit like that, I think this will be a really good year for Battlefield, and they can maybe rival Call of Duty. Maybe rival Call of Duty. I've heard a lot of insane things about Black Ops 7 because it's had like that 4-year development run, and I don't know, bro, that extra year, fuck, I don't know, that extra year might make this Call of Duty like a really fucking good game. But the thing that will always play Call of Duty is those microtransactions of like buying a fucking Nicki Minaj skin and shit like that. Like, that will always be a thing. So for the people that don't want to deal with that bullshit, this Battlefield's where it's at. This Battlefield's got it. I think for the first time since Battlefield 1, you know, the one that was set in World War II, I think this will be the first Battlefield since then that'll like actually rival Call of Duty's player base. This beta has been fucking huge, like genuinely huge. And it's just cool to see for me because I've always, you know, when I've thought about cut commentaries on shooter games, I've only ever thought about Call of Duty. You know, like I would never ever think about making a cut comm on Call of Duty. And I'm also not even the biggest Battlefield fan, you know, like the last Battlefield that I ever really played was Battlefield 4. And before that, it was Battlefield Hardline, which was hella funny. Battlefield Hardline was insane. You could like drive a couch and shit like that. I think that's where Battlefield kind of thrives, is like a sandboxy shooter, you know, like there's a lot of different ways you could approach shit, and the war zones are fucking huge. Like, this map is huge. This would be a Call of Duty map. This little HQ right here, this would be a Call of Duty map, and this is the Battlefield map. It's huge. So that part's pretty awesome. I like that about Battlefield. Battlefield. I always have. I wonder what you guys think. You know, it's the second weekend. It's the open beta weekend. There's way more players. And if they had 500,000 people on the closed beta where you had to buy the game, I'm sure the open beta will be at least twice that. You know, like there's got to be 1 million players on this shit, which is awesome. You know, I feel like people are just so tired of the Call of Duty cycle that having a new, refreshing AAA shooter game is like big. You know, like a lot of people have been rooting for that and looking for that. We might have found it. You know, we might have found it. Curious to see how Black Ops 7, curious to see how they are going to respond to this, because for the first time, Call of Duty might have to actually step up and make a good video game. Battlefield's actually giving them some competition. They're gonna steal a lot of the player base. I mean, will Call of Duty do anything about that? I don't know. But it would be nice to at least see them put in more effort because they now have competition, you know? It's just like in real life. You can get very comfortable and complacent. I feel like that's all Call of Duty's been for literally like the last decade. It's actually kind of insane. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about my take on the game. Once again, I'm getting used to that cut commentary style. It's been hella fun. I'm just curious to see, you know, what everybody else thinks of it, because I'm having a great time. But yeah, it's been way breezy, and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Later.